Welcome to On the Floor. I'm David Locke. And we are on the floor before the Jazz and the New York Knicks. And guess what? It's a Mountain Purple Day. Yay. And Donovan's got his Mailman Edition shoes on. Right over here, working with Lamar Skeeter. Why is he working with Lamar Skeeter instead of Johnny Bryant tonight?
Because Johnny Bryant's game is his scout, so he's responsible for the type of defense and the type of offense, some of the plays that they think will work against the New York Knicks, and so he's in there on the whiteboard, or the blackboard is what we used to call it.
It's a whiteboard now.
It's a whiteboard, okay.
And over here is Joe Ingles with Vince LaGarza. I keep getting asked why Joe Ingles is playing so much better. If you actually were on the talk radio circuit, which you have so astutely gotten off of, and don't do those interviews, what would you say? Oh, that's pretty cool. That was in regards to the fact that he is wearing Don 1 shoes, and he gave him a little tap. That was Donovan's tap on so that was kind of cool. I wonder if Don got him for him, because Don seems to get everyone his...
Ball boy down there with one pair on.
So, if you were doing a show and you got asked why Joe Ingles is playing so much better, what would your answer be?
My only thing, what I would say, is minutes and who he's playing without doing the
Hi,
floor.
we're talking about you.
Why?
Because we were talking about how hot you are and all the fun things you're doing. Yeah, I mean, sexy hot, right? Yeah, that's what we meant.
Getting back to Joe Ingles on the floor, I would definitely say I think he's the same player he was last year, maybe better than he was last year. But it's still the minutes out there on the floor, and he's just a flat-out good, smart player. David, he's not fast. He plays at his own pace where everyone else is going 90 miles an hour, and he just flat-out gets the job done, gets to the right spots. I mean, he just loose, carefree, all of that.
But he's not loose and carefree. So I got to ask you, obviously it seems that playing more minutes helps him. It seems as though playing with better players helps him. I don't think that personality of that second unit matched for him. We actually talked about it at shoot-around. We could tell, like when he was with that group in practice, it didn't feel like it gelled entirely with him. And so, but I also pointed out that, like, two things. I also am not sure if FIBA has these guys as ready as they think they are when they come to the league. I think the 40-minute games of FIBA, and they're not quite in as good a shape as they think, and then we rest them because they've been playing a lot, so they're not quite ready. The FIBA ball change, I think, is real from the size of the court, so I think there's some aspects of that. And the other one is the amount of work we're watching every night. Like, we watch this every night on this show, the work that he and Vince do, and it's real. Like, everyone's shading him to his right hand, and he had to come up with a counter, and they have worked really, really hard to get that counter.
And he's made the adjustment to the point where he's very effective and still gets the job done. But the bottom line, David, is that you should get better every ball game. As the season goes on, you should get better out there on the floor. You know, if you stay the same, if you're the same player you were in April as you were in October, then something's wrong with your game, you know. So,
well, Quinn Snyder's mantra is we got to get better, and he says it whether they're winning or losing. Yeah. So he stays pretty consistent with all that. That's Mike Elliott, our head of performance, checking in on Joe and Donovan. Mike was with Mike Conley for the last week, so we haven't gotten to see it. Mike's a good guy. Everyone enjoys seeing him. Mike Conley stayed back last week to get extra work done to try to get himself ready. So,
you know, David, that's a question we get, and I get quite a bit, is that when is he coming back? And that's a question we can't answer. And we found out that, you know, that type of an injury takes more rest than anything, because, you know, you can pull it again real fast, you know, so.
I really think that Mike stayed home because he wanted to listen to the radio broadcasts.
Probably so, yeah.
I think that was a large part of it. By the way, you can listen to the Utah Jazz radio broadcast on your Google Mini if you got one. All you have to do is say, okay, Google, play 1280 The Zone in Utah. And it will play the Jazz game on your broadcast. If you have Alexa, you can tell it to play the Utah Jazz skill. If you subscribe to the League Pass, so you can use your smart speaker to listen to the Jazz radio as well.
That's good stuff.
It is. A lot of people are doing it the other night because the AT&T broadcast was having problems.
Wow.
Some other people are doing it just because the radio announcers are really good.
Yeah. Well,
particularly the analyst and particularly the shoot-around report.
Yeah. Really. Well, I was very pleased with the tweets that we've gotten here in the last week or two.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank all of our listeners.
We appreciate our loyal group that tunes into us and takes advantage of what Ron Boone offers.
Yeah.
All right, that is Locked On, or that is not Locked On. Well, I guess we're Locked On Live, but it's On the Floor. Hope you're